This would be my first time playing Dagon, so it took me about a week or so to get this list exactly where I like it, and I'm feeling pretty happy about it at this point. It has a really good consume to Deathwish ratio, and it's got tons of control options as well, you know, the way I like to play. So we'll go through the list a little bit, then we'll look at 6 different games with live commentary for reference to show you how the deck works, okay? So Dagon Promised is a new card to the game. Technically it's a card that came back to the game, but it's released recently with this ability. And deploy infuse 5 units in your deck with Deathwish, boost the lowest powered ally unit by 2 and worship Dagon, and spawn Call of the Depths in your graveyard. So that's just this token that has more or less a counter to 4. When we get the consumes, then we can essentially summon a copy of the Dagon Promised. So it's like 8 points of carryover, plus we get to turn units into Deathwish units if they otherwise weren't, right? And then we get the 2 points for every consume that we get. So really good to be able to play it that way. However, there's also a really crazy way to play Dagon. And I think that a lot of times people are too fixated on the crazy way to play them that they just forget about all the good value in the carryover. It could win games in carryover, right? You get more value out of your consumes later on, and you get to take that 8-point carryover. So take it when you can get it. Honestly, round 1, Dagon feels pretty good, right? The alternative would be Dagon Risen. So at the end of your turn, increase the counter by 1. And for whatever the consume does, it would match the number, right? So ideally, you're looking for spawn a base copy of Self in hand, and you want to get it to 5, okay? If you're playing into a matchup that's extremely heavy control, I have to say, man, don't try to save this for round 3, because what happens is you're going to put down, let's say, a defender. If your version has a defender, they're going to take Peller. Then you're going to play this and they're going to heat wave it or lock it, okay? And we only have 1 Purify in the deck, all right? So what I would recommend doing, instead of putting 9 provisions into a defender and doing all this crazy stuff just to make it work, is if you anticipate, you know, you're playing against Nilfgaard, you're playing against Skellige, these types of matchups, put this card out in round 1, okay? Then get the carryover so that we can get better value out of our engines in round 2, 3, right? So simple enough. That's why I didn't commit to that strategy too much. Now, we have really good plays as well with Brewis Ritual. Deathwish, summon 2 random bronze Deathwish units from your deck. So we have quite a few, right? We have the Sirens, we have the Succubus, we have the Harpy Eggs, we got the Foglets, we got the Bridge Trolls. So really good options with that. If we do happen to go first, we have Urn of Shadows. We could trigger the Deathwish ability of this to summon 2. Then we can consume it to summon 2 more. If we really wanted to get greedy, we can go as far as taking something like the Arrakis Queen and consuming this and then consuming the Queen to get a second one. I don't recommend doing this for thin 6. I think thin 4 is the sweet spot, because we don't want to over thin and accidentally thin out both of our Succubus in round 1 so that we don't have a late game play. And we also don't want to be left going into round 3 with a few consumes and no Deathwish units. So there's a really fine line with it, and I honestly don't think you need to do this more than twice. Even once, you feel pretty good and you're pulling your cards, okay? This is a Deathwish unit. It could be tutored with either of these cards here, so the likelihood of you getting it in round 1's pretty good. If you don't, you can lean more into the strategy of just playing Dagon in round 1, for example, okay? We have good stop plays and things that you could afford to play in round 1. For example, Toad Prince is amazing. If they play Percival in the Harmony matchup, if they play a Hefty Helga in the Nilfgaard matchup, if they play any sort of, let's say, a Knight Errant in the Knights matchup, you got lots of really good targets that you can consume with Toad Prince. Offensively, it's a great swing, okay? If you're playing against Onslaught, they have the boats, okay? Tons of stuff. So there's that. Got Heatwave for Tall Punish to get rid of scenarios, you know how it is. Doldu Lock is actually great for getting a Succubus, because that's going to be 5 points per turn. When we have one of these in the graveyard, right, we can consume the other ones with Adrenaline 4 and just get them back at the end of the turn. What's nice about the order of this, and what oftentimes people don't read, is that move the highest power unit to the top of your deck. So I can actually go and play this early and basically do that so we can guarantee that we draw a Dagon in round 3. Or Detlaf, or Arrakis Queen, or whatever the case, okay? That's why I didn't go ahead and put Oniro in this deck or anything like that, because we have ways to get the units that we need. Dagon also turns into Deathwish after you've won a round, so you don't have to worry about you know, pulling off Hillock, for example, just works out. So round 1, you could take something like that. Later on, you could take something like that. If you don't get it round 1, you can always just take Doldulok, put it on top of the deck. You know, there's definitely ways to do it. I tried a lot of different versions. I even went as far as putting things in like Arcane Tome to make sure we got our specials. And you don't need all that. You just keep it simple and it works, okay? Lock, because I like the Reggaray. You know, I play this in a lot of decks. I think just having a good lock in any matchup is sweet. Right? If you know your target, you know what you need to lock, you know the biggest threat that they have, you save it for the right moment, okay? So that's the way that it goes. At one point, I had Kayran in the list, and what I found was when I put in Kayran, where's Kayran? There we go. I was either getting Ignied or Curse of Corruption, or we're turning them into verbs, right? Or just I was not having room for other stuff I wanted. You know, it really affects this area. So it's what? Do I put in a Kayran or do I put in a Toad Prince and a Deregaray? I mean, it's a simple swap here, but it hurts, you know? So I decided to go with the Were-Rat, and the Were-Rat seems to work quite well, especially if we have the Dagon stack. Let's say we make one, we make another copy of it with Arrakis Queen. We can have 2 Dagon side by side. One's at 5, next one's at 4. Were-Rat's beside it, just going to keep consuming them, right? It's going to keep funneling it, giving us extra turns. You know, if we have a row of stuff that Brewis Ritual created or pulled from deck, we can just put down that Were-Rat. Just keep going and chewing through them. You know what I mean? So, really good card. Goes tall. You got to be safe about it, okay? You got to be safe about it because this card could be tall punished. I mean, there's a lot of things in this deck that could be tall punished, but this one would suck. So, choose your battles with it. Don't go too tall if you think you're going to, you know, lose all the points, but sometimes it's better to do this into a bunch of these and just get this tall because we're getting these back. So even if this gets punished, we still keep some points, okay? So that's the way that it goes. Now, Bargus is good. I had initially this, right? I had 2 of these, and I took them out because we have, if I have one of these parked on the board, it's really nice to be able to play something and consume at the same turn so that the Deathwish unit doesn't get locked. So that's what I really like about this, just the flexibility of it, and it's not too expensive. And then also the giant toads, we can put these out in round 1 or 2 and take them as carryover, because when we play a Deathwish unit on the range row, then it's going to be essentially taking this out of grave and consuming the unit in real time. So we have a lot of consumes that are just happening without us having to do anything, and I think that that's honestly going to be a better tempo play than having to sandwich things then chew them up, right? There's not as much reach. It feels a lot more clunky and slow. Okay, so that's how it goes. There's a lot of different cards that I wanted to put in this deck. I wanted to put Squirrel in the deck. I wanted to put Mahakam Ale in the deck. I wanted to maybe put just a one-off of those in the deck. You don't really want Arc of Spores when you already have Ritual. So if you're doing that, it's a no-no, stop, please. And I thought about doing Spores. There's definitely some area where you can put Spores in the deck. Thought about Maxi, but we thin out too much. It's not really required. So again, this deck is right where I want it to be. And I even went as far as trying Erendite at one point. I see a lot of versions going around with Erendite, and I can tell you one thing. If we go first, round 1, and we draw well, Erendite is amazing in this deck, and it can't be beat. Sure. But if we go second in round 1, or we go first in round 1 and draw poorly, it's going to be horrible. I played like 3 or 4 games with Erendite, and I think one game my sword was like 4 power in round 3. So you tell me if that's worth 10 provisions every time. I don't think so. So this is the way that I like it. This is the way that I'm going to play it, and if you like it as well, give it a try. And I'd be happy to hear about what you guys think of Dagon overall. Do you like the card? Do you not like the card? What would you change if you could? Okay, but overall it was pretty fun. Not gonna lie. So we'll get into the 6 games with live commentary for reference. You guys, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that like button and the notification bell, and you'll know when I upload. I'm going to be trying to upload more than I have been, and you guys see that we're starting to pick up the pace a little bit, so we got to keep going. The new patch is around the corner, so we'll be doing a patch notes video soon. I know some of you guys have been asking, so definitely look out for that. But for now, let's get into the games. All right, for the first game here, we got Nilfgaard. Perfect way to start the day, right? So first time playing Dagon. However, I played a few games in trying a few different things out, and while I was at work, I was really spending time when I was free, just kind of messing with the deck on playgwent.com. I started going and making decks on the site instead of on my computer, so when I finish, I'm able to kind of just get started, and it's been going pretty well. So we want to have possibly this in round 1. I don't really want to spend Sirens like that, though, you know what I mean? And I also don't want to be combing out this early, but I think it's going to be this goes back for... Well, we could set up the first one. Yeah, fair enough. So we got both carryover plays with the Toad, and I might even go as far as taking Dagon in this round. Who knows? It's Nilfgaard, so they're going to have like a punish for it, regardless of the way we look at it. Might as well get the carryover. And if it's Mill especially, that's bad. So, it's going to be that with Renfrey, I see. Here. Yeah, definitely. My goal is to always get the Succubus, right? So that's something I always click. I don't mind just taking these either. Just things I'm going to want to consume, you know? I made someone pretty mad on YouTube when I said that this deck wasn't creative. They wrote me a novel telling me about how this is supposed to be creative, but it's looking like it's going to be Renfrey Triss with like a draw package. So one thing you can do too is, you see how it says play a Deathwish unit? If I infuse them, then I can play things that aren't Deathwish units off the Hillock, and it kind of makes it like a bootleg Decree. That's one of the things I really liked about it. I think we can just go for the carryover play here. I think we're better defending a bleed. So for example, if I were to go and use Dagon round 1 and put it on Toad Prince, right? It should work like that. I intend on doing some streaming this weekend, so it'd be Saturday afternoon is probably what it's going to be, and we're going to do like a bit of this and bit of that stream. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Gwent Plus, because a lot of the time my buddies are free on the weekends, and we try to play games together as well, so it'll be some kind of multiplayer. I don't know exactly what. We'll play Gwent for a while as well. They really just don't like this card, man. See, I would probably deal with that, but I don't think that they have a way to give it grace right away, so it doesn't feel like a huge concern for me. I'm trying to get out of this round without actually spending too much, believe it or not, so that's the move here. What if I just go and take just the carryover here? We'll just do the two frogs and call it a day, really. So
no good wine will come from here, not even compost.
And if they tempo pass on me here, I just take my fin. Okay, we actually made it out pretty well.
That was not in the spell books.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Now, we got the 8 points carryover. Mind you, they're also getting their form of carryover, but a lot of these high tempo plays, I would say, are out of the way. Like 41 to 19 feels overkill, and that's sort of the power that we have by going second. I think if we were going first in this matchup, it would be pretty difficult, right? Mind you, what do we commit? Not really a lot. Like, it's still in the form of a carryover, right? So these probably get locked. I feel like for that reason, the consume is important. But we have this one, and we have this, we have leader. I think I have to dump this, and probably this as well. Foglet would be my pass card, I guess. If I don't draw this, I'm crying, but I think what we're supposed to do is if they push, we can take them once they get past 7 and go for this play. Problem is, like...
Bow, barbarian. Bow low.
Stupid. At least they didn't hit anything that important, you know what I mean? Like, really, Decree has 2 targets, and we can get one of them, so it could have been worse. Yeah, we'll start off slow. What I could do... They're gonna have Tall Punish. I can almost guarantee. Sheesh. Alright, man, we gotta just get this thing going here. Okay, so... I don't have a Purify. That's 30 points in 1 turn. Don't have a Purify. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to take. And then this way we can print another one off if we need it. That's kind of gross. So, I would say that they have Igni.
Yes.
And I would say that they also have Vilgeforts. If it's not that, I've been seeing some people run either Leo or Vincent. It's hard to tell, you know. I don't want to waste the second one just yet for the carryover. What can we do? I'm not opposed to just playing this on melee because they're going for it. Or is it just range? It's probably just ranged. Because at this point we're a card up on them.
I don't have a dirty mind.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Just one hell of an imagination.
How close are we? 2? I'm so glad the Yurden special's not a thing anymore. So long as we just get last say guaranteed, we can just contest that, right? I could probably just do this. So glad it's 11.
It's not the
How do you get your card back at this point? And then in round 3, I guess we can go as far as taking... I shouldn't really get too excited about it yet, but if I get to round 3, it's going to be Arrakis off a Succubus, right? Oh, I wasn't looking at Adrenaline. That's a problem.
What is it you want?
A little bit of a throw.
Come to me.
Yeah, okay. So we're defending against Renfrey and that, and they used a lot of the big point slams, right? So 6 leader, 6/6. We have 2 6s here. Rune Mage out of the way. So I would say a fair amount of provisions were spent. I think it was worth doing for keeping card, right? And we got a lot of the tall stuff out of the way too. So maybe they didn't draw Tall Punish, but I feel kind of bad about the whole Succubus play. It doesn't really matter at this point if I just get what I need, but still, right? I think Toad will be really good if we could pull Toad. One of these goes for sure. One of these goes. Okay, actually, I'm cool with that. If I had my Decree, that would be sweet, but... So normally, if we're playing Decree, and we get 4 thins instead of 2 thins off of the Brewis, then we're going down to, what's it, 2 cards? So it's actually very good. And if we play this early on, we pretty much can guarantee that we're drawing the top end, so it works. Do I have? No, I used both. I could have probably saved one. I think I went a little aggro on the defense.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
It's just that these decks have so much tempo that you never know, okay, how much is too much, right? so Renfrey, something to bring that out, I'm sure of it, right? I think they're going to take... They could take a Vilg and mill out their 16 or 20 or whatever it is. If that's the main strat, we just heatwave that and win, I think. It's gross. How are we going to do this? I think we go down first with this. We'll take one. That's 5 points per turn right there.
We're not done if you can stick.
And this is against Nilfgaard too. Even if we lose this, I'm feeling pretty good about how it went down. I was worried about just not even being able to pull off a combo, and it turns out we're getting most of what we want to do. The Nausicaas are pretty annoying though. I guess we take, and we hope that goes unranged. Yeah. If they have Igni in a short round 3, it's pretty bad. Give me something to lock. Yeah, so they're a Leo player. Gotcha. That hurts. Because... Yeah. Well, if that's the tall punish, I'm gonna take this then.
I don't have a
24 points, we survive. I'm expecting one more tall punish, that's why. There we go. But at least it brings out another one. That was like 5-point play? 7-point play? I think. Renfrey's gonna play for a ton of points though. Not having a consume here like hurts quite a bit. Oh, 18, that's right. So what, they just miss Renfrey or they're just not playing Renfrey? Did I miss something? Oh, battle preps are from Nausicaas. Okay. And Renfrey's gang was there. So they literally, that would have been one of the cards that they missed. Alright, we have Patricidal Fury coming up here next. And I think we do pretty good against this matchup. Their round 1 is so slow. Kind of, sort of. So we can take advantage of that possibly, right? Put one of these back. Put one of these back too. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so in the event that they have a lock in hand Jenge, for example, I'm willing to go and take Peller. But I think I want to play a little bit of a risk here. So I can get the double fin. Yeah, they have Jenge. That's fine. Oh no.
Living souls in your wake shall ne'er deign forget your seek.
I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to start spending leader charges and taking the Peller off the decree, right?
I've got you like fishes.
Okay, so first Beagle, Jenge, and Vabjorn in round 1, okay? It's not bad. And 23 points. We're going to catch up pretty quick, I think. Take the carryover play first.
I'm just a sexy little cog in a fucked up
They're at
machine.
7. I would imagine that they pass unless I do something here, but I think I'm actually fine with that. We'll see if they greed it out because we can catch them slipping. Yeah, under no circumstance am I gonna pass here. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Dagon out here in round 1. Okay? We're not actually gonna be able to pull them off in round 3. That's, like, greedy. It's not gonna work. Let's just try and get rid of some of that, Champion's Charge type situation, you know what I mean? If you guys are just joining now, I'm just playing some games for YouTube, but we'll chat it up between games mostly. I also just kind of want to practice, man. I never get to just practice, you know? Yeah, buddy. I'll be on tomorrow night. We're going to be running late. Late. Bakusha. That's pricey. That is expensive. That's actually a very good situation to be in right there. Bloodthirst none. I think we have to play though. We could eat that. That's good. I was looking for a target actually. It's probably the best one we're gonna get in the whole game. And it keeps them just in it. Please, please, please. Sheesh. I didn't even do that much yet. I think what they expect from me is that I'm gonna play again, and then they're gonna get their pass, and then they're gonna laugh at me because I can't do math. Like, that's what I would do. So, so I think I'm just gonna pass, yeah. First Blood Eagle out of the way, Leader out of the way, Solve out of the way, Fakusha out of the way. We got Vabjorn, Jenge. They have Bran, Tyr, and Herald. Those are the big plays left. And we set up... Did we set up double carryover? We did. No. Well, we kind of did in a way. Well, we actually kind of set up triple carryover. Okay. No regrets. Yeah. This can go. That's a good carryover on a... They're definitely going to pass. What?
Stench of beer. My nose.
Leader charge is worth 4. Or, sorry, 3. Whereas range row is worth 4. So it's actually better if we don't use the toad. We actually use the leader. Just saying. Then we get 2 toads for round 3. That can make a big difference with the succubus, right? I think they just think they win if they get Dettlaff out in round 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they pass on that. No way. I don't know if this was the move. Tyr, after they won a round, they need Bloodthirst to make it work. And I don't think they have really that good of a brand set up already. I'm surprised we got the pressure on in round 1 so much. That's gonna be a big swing. I can lock that, actually. We'll lock that, because I have a good heatwave target for later anyways, when they play tier.
I fish breath. How dare you, foul swine!
Beagle at 5. Do I even need to play both cards? No.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
This is straight brutal. I kind of feel guilty about this one. Jeez. Watch them win. Okay. How many... He's coming back. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna count my blessings, dude. Like, sheesh.
Freedom. I long for freedom. I don't have a dirty mind.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that I'm always friendly. It's you who's
Let's get some hype up in the comments, man. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna print this. I'm going to actually print it. I guess at this point I save my heat wave. We're gonna do it this way so I get the extra points for after.
Relax.
I'll show you what's up, okay? We use this, we click, we leader this. You'll see, you'll see, you'll see. It's gonna be nutty.
We're not done if you can still walk.
Oh man. Disgusting. And then it gets the consume off. Guys, I don't even know what to tell you. Oh my gosh,
I
bro.
don't have a dirty mind.
Smacked. Alright, we got Blood Money coming up here next. Do we like this matchup? We might. I don't think I've played it yet. We actually might like it. There's a lot of stuff that's like... Isn't it funny how I actually took out the Indriga Warriors and it seems to be working quite well? I decided that Barghest might just be easier, more flexible. And I don't know. I'm liking it so far. I had 2 in there before. Carryover. I like the carryover way of doing this. Too many golds. So I think I'm supposed to play Dagon right away. I really do. Watch me not pull any of these cards. I think I'm supposed to. Actually, it's probably not better that we put it on this because, well, we want to consume those actually. Even though they are consumes. I'm trying to get them to use leader on this. That's what I want. I think everyone's so obsessed with the round 3 combo with Dagon stuff behind a defender. Let's make a million copies of it, yada yada. But I think in the real world, it just doesn't work all the time, you know? That's a heat wave. What? 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 It just sucks that whatever they play now, they could probably kill it. But if they go ahead and play, let's say, yeah, that's a toad. That is a good one too. Worth. I think that was totally worth, right?
Jeez.
But yeah, guys, I'll tell you my plan for 2023. If you're watching the stream, if you're watching the video on YouTube, this is kind of what's going on with me, all right? So we're getting the graphic rebranding done. That's priority because I've paid for my website hosting and I have my domain and all that. I'm going to go in and I'm going to build a website for my business, okay? And that's going to be my portfolio, and I'm going to try to be brand safe in that space. And then I'm going to use my like 12 years of sales experience to start cold calling cell phone game companies and just cash grab game companies and saying, listen, man, let's do it. Let's make a deal here, because some of these brands, they pay a lot of money. And without getting too much into it, like they all pay in US dollars too, because it's like the most recognized currency. And with my economy here in Canada, it's like I'm getting a bonus on everything I earn. So it just feels like we could work smarter, not harder. So I just got to get some of these little things out of the way first, and then we're doing it, you know? And that's sort of the idea. So a cold call, get some gigs, you know. Some of these jobs, like, they pay more than YouTube. Like last month, I think I made more in sponsor revenue than I did ad revenue, if that makes sense. I don't know if you really want to kill that. I don't think that's how it works. They probably think we have Abaya. Thanks for the free consume. But that's the idea. So, we'll take this then.
It's not that I'm always playing. It's you who's always sensitive.
The synergy. Yeah, and so then when we'll go back to what we're talking about there, and when wow. Do you take? Do they worship Dagon or nah? They're gonna do it. Wow. That was like not even positive points. That's crazy, man. That's their spender, right? So we could lock it. It actually tempos too. You know, this is points now, but we'll wait. Because it's carryover, right? Soon there's going to be nothing left. Bounty is like crazy against this, man. Okay, what was I going on about? Oh yeah. We got to start doing variety content. I had someone reach out to me over email, following up on my request about helping with video editing. So that's a big one. And I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to start going to extra platforms, additional platforms, and seeing if we can grow on those other platforms as well, and get more into doing reels and shorts and all that type of stuff. So I think I got to take advantage of the YouTube shorts. I think I got to take advantage of TikTok, and I don't want to, but I think it's just part of the game, unfortunately. We still have dominance. Any Dagon worshippers?
Freedom. I long for freedom. Relax.
I still don't even need to click it. But yeah, like I posted a roguelike game that I was playing. I made a YouTube short, and that YouTube short got 9K. It hit 9K. You know what I mean? My, whenever I touch anything that's not Gwent, I never hit 9k. So, I know my lane I'm supposed to stay in, or at least try to stay in for now. And I'm completely fine with that, and, you know, I think it's gonna be pretty good, but the shorts really help. 9 coins, eh? Yo, how are they not even, like, ahead like that? Do we ever just take the second one?
I'm just a sexy little cog in the fucking machine called life.
And we get the points right back.
Just one hell of an imagination.
I guess I could just decide if we want to go in and play it. I think we do if they play. Because the last say, Hail at 18 is just not it. The fact that I won on even and have all of this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'll keep total. I'll keep one. Do I ever just double last say it, or do I just YOLO it? It's at 2 though. 2 though. FTC, baby. Let's go. 2-0 against Bounty.
That's Thai cellmate tower.
Alright, we got the Renfrey matchup. Probably again, right? I'm wondering if I should keep these in round 1. Maybe I dump one of them and keep one of them. Okay, now I'm just gonna dump them both. Ah, I don't have my crutch. I don't have my crutch. What? That's weird. GG.
I don't have a dirty mind. Just one hell of an imagination.
Okay, it's not rent-free. That's cool. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's nasty. Thanks. Sick.
Bones to be emptied.
If I lock it, I could tell you very well they're going to replay it with something in hand. So how do you win that? You really can't do a whole lot. It would be cool if I had a Rot Fiend. I guess we try to get out of the round as quick as possible and make it so that... Ah, damn. That's not even a good play either. You think that they have another way to do it? The likelihood of them drawing both teleportations is so slim, but it's possible. And if they do it, I'm going to feel horrible about playing a lock here, but I think I'm supposed to.
Our world is in harmony.
I think so. Please don't do it. Of course. What am I saying? I'm the one playing, right? I'm cursed.
Marked by the Fiendu.
Like, the curse is real, man. I never learned. I just hope that tomorrow's better, you know? That we just don't get cursed. So we bleed. And we maybe Dagon. Yo, Toad Prince is gonna be really good here if I could pull it off. Well, we can. We have what we need to do it. Am I making 2 Dagons or 1 Dagon? Let's throw them up there, see what happens. Literal hex on me. They're gonna play this scenario. It's a prank, it's a prank. Oh, here we go, heat wave. No. This is gonna be 1,000 points. Do I even need to take? I could take it. No. Ah! If there's a way I can keep that going for one more turn, I can't. Heat wave would have been so nice. That's so bad. It's so bad. Do I just... I think I take the heat wave because it's the only time I'm actually going to get the heat wave. You feel me? And they did boost it. Let's see here. No, I gotta wait till it has to get to, like... We'll wait. Deathwish.
Turn back. Turn back.
We'll take the carryover. I just have to go for a hard bleed, I think. Honestly, man. If I can win this game, I think we'll trend. If we have proof of concept, I know it's like around 2,400, but still, if I can... It doesn't look like they're misplaying at all. It looks like they're getting every opportunity to do what they got to do. But it's a little bit slow to start off with. It's just going to play for 1,000 points. This looks like a real try-hard, all the pieces coming together type. Perfectly situation. Yo, that's crazy. That's a cultist. Okay, I could purify Dagon. I just want to see if they have any other locks first. I'm not putting in Cave Troll for Dagon. I know it's something that you probably would do. Nah. I think we just lose too many points by doing it that way. Toad Prince is such a good card.
Do not make me
Do we pull
beg.
Foglet? Okay. Is that ever just my cultist? 2 points though at 4.
Ye who wander on the gale, ye we summon, ye we call.
It's at 3. I'm gonna puke. Please don't have a second one. Like, legit, don't. If they could somehow pull off a lock... I could have consumed it there. I'm going for it, though, for the biscuit, you know what I mean? I'm trying to dupe it. Please. Okay.
Spin the wheel. Set the stage.
I can't even tell who's greedier. I really can't. Here we go. Showtime. Oh my god. Spawn. Oh my gosh. That was my play. I wish it feels like I can keep playing, but I can't. This is kind of tense, man. It's actually tense. When do we stop?
Bones to be emptied and filled again.
I don't know when to stop. I've never actually gotten this far with the combo. I've always played it a little bit differently as like a carryover or just like for whatever it equals to before either they remove it or you know what I mean?
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
Surely, if they could, they would. Right? But they can't. Well, they might have a Vinny that they're trying to play here in a second, but maybe they just didn't get around to it first. Oh my gosh.
Spirit wasn't due to flee this world ever free. With pleasure.
Do we just get our card back? Like, it gives you back your card, right? We did it! It looks like we're gaining turns.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
An anointed servant.
Like, I literally have card advantage now. Guess I could just play a card. This is pretty good value.
Guide us.
What? My mind is blown. People have been asking me to play Dagon for months. Ask and you shall receive, man. This one's going on the hub, guys. If you need, if you want to show anyone what's going on with this type of archetype when it works, I'm going to make sure I put this on YouTube.
will descend. Death and destruction.
It's not that I'm always cold.
I don't even care.
It's
You can take her.
Sexy.
Yeah, this will be on YouTube first thing tomorrow. I'm liking this game a lot.
Let their blood break their bones and spirit.
Okay, here we go. And it just does it all again.
In my dreams.
Guys, I'm not trying to BM, but I'm just going to show you what happens, okay? First of all, we have to play, right? It's not my fault.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you? Come to me.
It's so crazy. I could have optimized it, but it's besides the point. So it wasn't me being rude. It was us just having fun together, right? And I think that they understood that right away with the GG they sent.
Why should I help you?
All right, we got line pockets coming up here next. All right, so we're gonna go back with this, and I believe this should be safe, and definitely a foglet. And we'll go just start it up, man.
I'm back.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
The eternal fire guides. The eternal fire protects.
And then we get this would be nice. Let's get that online, you know. The thing is, it'll actually kill the disciple, right? No. No, because it's turn start. So they can just protect it every time. But still, it makes them waste the coin. I see what you did there. Funny guy.
Ye who wander on the gale, ye be summoned.
Nice
ye be
Kurt.
called.
Now it's a mess up. Now we're gonna get the disciple. That's what I wanted. So they're running out of gas for the round, and I can go and take Giant Toad here and go on with it. What I think I'm playing against, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mayamon's Line Pockets, Golden Necker, Bounty. I think it is. Yeah.
Don't make me laugh.
That's what the deck is. Yep. I wish I had Squirrel, because I think they have two. I think they have Alyssa on this deck.
It's more than a filthy badge.
It's kind of gross. I'm still gonna take it.
I'm just a sexy little cog in a fucked up machine called life.
Now it's about survival. Actually. Siri, Goldenecker, Marils, Kurt, Salamandra. Now we just gotta get out alive, man. Nope. Wait. Wait. No shot. We're going to sudden death. Sheesh. Nearly 1 in the morning, guys. We got sudden death coming up here. 8 cards, 8 cards. I got the carryover. They also got the carryover. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They spent a lot of golds. It's time. What time is it? Game time. Okay, I need this. And I need everything, man. But I have a lot of good cards in my hand. Okay, okay. I love sudden death games. I'm glad we have a mutual understanding about what's going on right now. We're playing for the content. Do they have a way to kill this? Do I lock it? I think I do. What's better? They're gonna have the bros too. That's the problem. Got one of these set up. We got one of these set up. Good. I could always just do this. It's like a let me think about it situation, you know? Let me think about it. They're gonna have so many things to poison out, though. If it's just straight up poison at this point. Lock before the veils. There's just so many things that I'd rather lock. I think. That's gonna be the toad. Man, with all the bounty going around, with all the harmony going around, Toad right now feels auto-include in monsters. I'm telling you guys, if you're playing monsters right now, and there's a way to put Toad in the deck, you need to find a way to put Toad in the deck.
Our world is in harmony.
What engines? This is Baimon's deck, by the way. It's actually pretty damn strong. That's what I wanted to lock initially, but I kind of got carried away with this. Okay.
I don't have a dirty
Take.
It's not that I'm always funny. It's you who's always sexy.
I think Dagon just gets killed. That's why I'm not in a rush. I guess I could put Dagon down soon. See if we can. It'll probably be single turn poison. Imagine they accidentally killed their own unit. Alright, let's say goodbye to Dagon, guys. It's been great. I'm glad we got a pretty good game in. Oh, sick. No! Alright. Took the bait. Did not take the bait. Alright, you know what? Let him do it. Let him have it. I'm not falling for that one again. Could have sworn they poisoned that card twice. Oh, they did the yeah. They removed it with the yeah.
You wouldn't want to hurt us.
All right, I'm just gonna call it there. I think that's where we just consume them, just to be safe. Dead unicorn play. Absolutely foul. All right, coming up here, we have Northern Realms, Royal Inspiration. I think I can. Hands down, this is the most fun deck that I've played all season, I think. This is what Gwent is supposed to be. No, I don't know. Maybe minus this card, but the rest of it. Okay, consume. Consume, please give me something to work with here. Oh my gosh. I've got nothing to proc. This never happens, but well, I guess I could proc this. I'm gonna have to just... Do we... Knights have Heat Wave normally. Knights have Heat Wave. So if I play this late game, is it really going to be the strat that I want to do? Or is it more of round one, we get that carryover type situation and fuse all the stuff? Because Knights have a lot of carryover too. I don't know the answer to that question. I want to say that we just wait. There's no rush, you know?
I'm just a sexy little cog in a fucked up machine called life.
There's no rush just yet. I'm starting to think I'd carry over though, because what if I just play the card in round 3, it gets heat waved? Boom. Right? It's kind of stupid.
Time has come to claim victory.
I can lock that. I have to lock that, I think. We need to get out of the round. I can't lose uneven. Let's just, Headbanger Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
Oh my gosh, it barely gets me ahead. 17, this puts me to 21. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do the Dagon thing. Nice Purify. They're going for it.
Lost spirit devoid of name, depart now, our veil of pain.
I have a similar target that I like to click every game. It's because there's certain cards we just need. You know what I mean? I kind of want to top deck well too, because I know I'm going to be bled everything. Like, absolutely bled everything. I think that's going to be my my Toad. We don't have anything else to consume. Let's find our way out of this one. They get 4 points to bump to 32. They need an 8-point play min. I think they try to play Oh. We just get out. It's unbelievable. Problem is they just go and bleed. They try and force a 2-0. And Dagon's really good at keeping card, right? Card advantage means nothing at that point, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to play these Toads. Okay, at least I have Detlef. I think I'm going to take Toads. Doesn't hurt. If I get 2-0'd, I get 2-0'd. I need every little bit of advantage I can get. Facts. At least we get this. Yeah, we're rolling stuff. We're rolling stuff. I would say that the round was fairly costly for them as well. GG.
Rather die than bend the knee to the Emperor.
I wonder if I'm supposed to go for the double thin. It might actually be reasonable. If they play in here, I know that they're really actually just going for it. So we might have to do that. Didn't think of it actually. No, I could maybe, before I do all that, I can maybe just play Dettlaff and trade Dettlaff out. I think I'm putting too much weight on this card. Because I have Succubus off leader anyways in round 2-3. That was cool. You can't 2-0 the Kelly King, man. Well, maybe they can. Ah. Choo choo. Yo, if they have a heat wave, it's just that's what they're waiting on, right? You think you'd rip the shield off this one before you did it off the other one? I'm trying to stay patient here, guys. I'm terrified. No! Rat. It's over.
For Redania, for its glory.
Trickery! Treachery! I don't have a dirty mind. Just one hell of an imagination. It's not that I'm always funny. It's you who's always sexy. Relax.
Okay, there's a master plan for this, alright? 8 points of carryover. We're somehow gonna beat scenario, I guess. We'll figure it out. Okay. This goes. That's good. I need consumes. There we go. And then Dagon comes back. Slay. What's your counter at, buddy? Okay. There's hope. There is hope. They missed... Yo, if they missed scenario, maybe they're trying to warm this up first. Okay. No! Unbelievable. 38 points in 2 turns. Actually, more.
Sexy little cog in a fucked up machine called life.
Hey, yo. Check it out. I got 1, 2, 3 consumes, actually. Everything's getting consumed unless they can answer. They already used the heat wave. Erendite's a thing, but not anymore. That's gross. Is it enough? Comment section's gonna be all like, oh, they missed scenario. It doesn't count. It's not a real win. I'll show you. You'll see. And we kill her. OP. OP. Nerf. Oh my god.
I don't have a dirty mind.
Oh.
One hell of an imagination.
Yo, what's going on, man? That's a good way to end the video. I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. No! Never mind. Wait, I gotta take back that tomorrow video thing. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me. Oh my gosh! And we got Zoldiac Guy gifting 10 tier subs.